Good morning. It's Wednesday and it's time for our daily devotion. Today's lectionary text takes us to Colossians chapter 3, verses 1 through 11. If we were to read further into verses 17 even and later, we'd get the full part of this passage. The part we read today is about the negative side. Colossians 3 is about taking off and putting on. These are the attitudes and behaviors we need to leave in the past, and these are the attitudes and behaviors that we need to pursue in Christ. And the metaphor is taking clothes off and putting clothes on, changing our clothes essentially, right? So it's about transformation. In Colossians, the overall thing is seen at the end of verse 11 that we see here. Christ is all and is in all, and there are numerous verses in Colossians with something toward that direction, that everything is through and in and for and because of, and it's all about Christ. And even the passage starts, chapter 3, verse 1. Since then you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is, seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. For when you died, and your life is now hidden with Christ in God, when Christ, who is your life, appears, then you also will appear with him in glory. Put to death, therefore, whatever belongs to your earthly nature: sexual immorality, impurity, lust, evil desires, and greed, which is idolatry. Because of these, the wrath of God is coming. You used to walk in these ways in the life you once lived, but now you must also rid yourselves of all such things as these: anger, rage, malice, slander, and filthy language from your lips. Do not lie to each other, since you have taken off your old self with its practices, and have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its Creator. Here there is no Gentile or Jew, circumcised or uncircumcised, barbarian, Scythian, slave or free, but Christ is all and is in all. The song I have is one of my favorites in the Voices Together hymnal. It's called "Sword into Plowshare." Into a plowshare. It's a very UK, sort of northern UK song, kind of Irishy feeling, kind of Scottishy feeling, and so it starts out with the word is die. I remember singing this with some middle schoolers a couple years ago, and they thought I was saying die, 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 in the DIE sense. No, that's not what this is. This is just a vocalization to sing. So it starts like this: die, 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 die. We share the holy image of God, yet choose who we shall be, to walk a path that leads into hate, or live in harmony. A rusty sword is the way of a world whose pain can only increase. We fight for power and kill for fear our status will decrease. Jesus shows us another way, blessed are the least. A sword into a plowshare turned, Christ has given us peace. In Jesus we are given a guide who teaches us shalom. The thirsty given something to drink, the stranger welcomed home. A rusty sword is the way of a world whose pain can only increase. We fight for power and kill for fear our status will decrease. Jesus shows us another way, blessed are the least. A sword into a plowshare turned, Christ has given us peace. Oh, die, 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 die. Die, 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 die. Forgive and make your enemies friends, to violence do not fall. For peace and justice are the good gifts the Spirit gives us all. A rusty sword is the way of a world whose pain can only increase. We fight for power and kill for fear our status will decrease. Jesus shows us another way, blessed are the least. A sword into a plowshare turned, Christ has given us peace. The call of God, it echoes through time for all humanity. Each race, age, gender, and class to stand in unity. A rusty sword is the way of the world, whose pain can only increase. We fight for power and kill for fear, our status will decrease. Jesus shows us another way, blessed are the least. A sword into a plowshare turned, Christ has given us peace. Whoa, die, 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 die,